What's up, guys? Belligerent here with a DragonHeir video, and have spent a few days with this game. Started 2 different accounts. One where I spent a little bit of money, the other one I'm working on it completely free to play. And I want to give feedback, I guess you can call it, but I want to do it in a kind of as unbiased and unopinionated of a way as I can. Show you a thought process that I was going through that, has me wondering the direction of the game or how it's going to play out or if changes are going to be made. And ultimately has me thinking that in the long run, this game's probably not for me, but different people have different thresholds or, breaking points or budgets or whatever you want to call it. Different people are affected by this differently, which is why I want to try and keep my opinion out of it and just show you some things that I'm, looking at in the way that this currently stands in the game that we currently have. I've heard from a lot of people, shouldn't say a lot of people, but I've heard from some people, it's a beta, give it a chance. To me, beta is kind of for working out the bugs, working out some mechanics that maybe aren't working correctly. I don't know if a beta is necessarily, I don't know. I don't know that what bothers me about this game, the things that bother me the most about this game, I don't know if it falls under beta. A couple of them do. The stamina does, the level caps do. But that's not the thing. So let's look at this. Okay. So if we come in here, that's not what I want. And we take a look at the gallery here, which is all the champions, right? There's supposedly 110 of them. I have not counted them all. 6 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 times 6 plus 5 is, let me see here. 18 times 6 plus 5, 113, if my math was correct. So maybe a couple more than what we thought there. Now, not very many commons, not very many rares, although far more rares than commons, and a lot of epics. And then we have legendaries here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 36 plus 5 would be 41 legendaries. Okay. So we have 41 legendaries, and we can look here if you have not done that yet and see that the legendary chance is 3% when you summon with an orange die. Okay. And if you've played this game, and if you haven't played this game, but if you've played this game for any amount of time, you know that because if you look, we come in here, and this is their progress, right? When you level up your account, you get rewards. I haven't seen an orange die yet. All right, you have 0% chance to get a legendary in the purple die, only in the orange die. No orange die in those rewards. Here's one orange die in this event. No orange die here. 1, 2, 3 orange die there. If you can refer people and they make it, so they last long enough to get to level 25, there's 3 more there. Why they limit it to only 3 you can refer, I don't know. Nothing on the daily check-in. Nothing on any of these prize packs. So we found, what was that, 7 or 8 free orange die. Maybe if you call it 10 in the long run. The point is, the orange die are not given out in this game. Like, you don't have a chance at the premium die, at least not very often, without spending money. So let's look at what it costs to get an orange die. 350 worm marrow. Okay. So how do we get worm marrow? Well, we need the dragon crystals. How do we get dragon crystals? That's your premium currency. Okay. Now, the first time you purchase, you get double the amount, but that is only the first time. All right. So let's think about this. Let's do some math here. Okay. So there are 41 champions. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's do this different. So we know with a 3% chance, that means if you summon 100 times, you're going to average 3 legendaries in those 100 summons. Right? That's basically the average they're telling us to expect. Now, can you get lucky and pull better? Yes. Can you get unlucky and pull worse? Yes. But the probability is 3%, which means on average 3 legendary per 100. All right. So if there are 41 champions, divide that by 3. That's 13.6. We'll times that by 100. Let's just round it up to 1367. Okay. So you're going to need 1367 summons to theoretically get all of those champions. Okay. Also keep in mind that's perfect. That's a perfect world, right? That's no duplicate legendaries. 1367 summons to get 41 legendary champions on average. Now we multiply this by the 350 that it costs to buy all of those summons. You're looking at 478,450 gems you're going to need. Okay. Okay. So now that we have that, let's see what this costs. So if we take this and we're just going to go by 100 because that's going to be the most, the best value for the buck. I know in the beginning they look the same, but after your first double, this one on the $50 package drops to $350. This one drops to $1,000. Okay. So we're just going to look at it in terms of $100. But first, what we're going to do is I'm going to take out this double purchase because you only get that one time. Now, supposedly it refreshes every season. I'm not going to take that into account. We're just going to take it out the one time. So if we take out the 14,000, that leaves us needing 464,450 gems. Okay. Now, if we divide that by 8,000, which is what this $100 package gives you after the first buy. So you're going to have to buy 58 plus the 14,000 package. So 59 packages. We won't even include the tax. Okay. So you're looking at $5,900 to potentially have all 41 legendary champions. Again, that's perfect case scenario, assuming no duplicates. Now, pull that out of the way. What is the thing with legendaries? The thing with legendaries is, oh, I don't have it in there. So the thing with legendaries that I can't show you on this account, one sec here. Let's go over to my account where I do have some legendaries. Okay, so the thing about legendaries is you need a total of 6 copies to fully max them out. You need the 1 copy that you're actually using. And then you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more copies because it takes these. I can show you because I actually have one. Go to inspiration. It takes these soul imprints. So you essentially have to get a duplicate of that champion. So it takes a soul imprint. You're going to need 5 of those to completely max this out. And you can't max it out in a different order, right? So you can't go, oh, I want extra accuracy on this champion, so I'm going to take this one. You look, complete inspiration of the previous stage. So you have, so if you want, let's see, this one gives you defense. So let's say you just wanted this 50 extra accuracy on a champion because that's what, that's what you're using them for, like a DPS or something to make sure they're hitting. You can't go, oh, I got one soul imprint, let me hit there. No. You have to start with the first one, go to the second one, go to the third one, then finally get it on the fourth one. But either way, you're going to need a total of 6 champions to max them out. Okay. So if we take that, right, and we multiply it by 6, now you're looking at $35,400 you would have to spend again to potentially get all of the legendaries and max them out. You could end up with 7 or 8 duplicates of the same champion and put yourself further behind. Now, of course, on the flip side, you could get better luck than 3%, but all we can do is go off the average. We can't, go off of what's really going to happen if you do that. Okay. So the other piece of that puzzle there is the artifact shop is not showing up correctly. That's interesting. There we go. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 3. So there's 18 legendary artifacts here. So you're going to need at least 18 more duplicates. Okay. These ones have to be specific classes. And then here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 12 more. There, 18 here. So that's a total of 30 more legendary champions that you're going to need. Now, keep in mind, these exclusive ones require a specific legendary on top of a generic legendary. All right. So while I'm just going to use it as is and just say that we got lucky and we pulled exactly what we needed, understand the difficulty you're going to have pulling exactly those 6 champions. Okay, to unlock these artifacts. Why did that just disappear on me? Okay. So if we take our 35,400, let's divide that by the 41 legendary champions we're using this on. Okay. No, that one would be right. Well, we can tell you this. So that means on average, you're going to be spending about $864 per legendary champion to get them maxed out. Again, I still haven't put in the artifact cost here. But if we go back, it was $5,900 to get 41 legendaries, right? So if we do 5,900 divided by the 41, that gives us a cost of 143. We'll just call it round up. We'll call it 144. So 144 plus the 30 that we're going to need from the legendary and the exclusive artifacts. Okay. I did plus instead of here. Let me try that again. 144 times, what was it, 30? All right, so there's another $4,300 you'd be looking at in a perfect world with all of the proper duplicates and no extra duplicates in a perfect world to get all of those artifacts. So 4,320 plus the 35,400. Oops. Plus 4320. So there we have it. For the legendaries, and I'm going to assume that you would end up getting all of the epics, rares, and commons along this journey, so I'm not going to try and add all of that into it. $39,720 to potentially have your account maxed out. Now, like I said, some people have different thresholds. Some people have different plans. Some of you may be watching this and going, that's fine. I'm okay with that because I don't have any aspirations to own every legendary champion. Some of you are going belligerent. Some of these legendary champions, even though they're legendary, are dog water, and I wouldn't want them anyway, which is fine. Okay. Again, I'm keeping my opinion out of it because I know everybody's going to receive that data differently. That's why I'm just presenting the numbers. When I see that number and I realize how much of this game I will never have the opportunity to touch because there's no way that I'm buying a car to play with all of these champions, that makes me feel like this game is not going to be for me in the long term. Right? That's really the extent of my opinion that I'm going to, share with you. I don't know that this game is, I'm not necessarily walking away from it right now. But that it is what it is. Again, I mean, this is the number that, if I can actually use my mouse here, this is the number that you're looking at to potentially max out the account. That also doesn't take into account them adding champions later or adding legendary artifacts later. Okay. So, I just wanted to give everybody something to think about because I was thinking about it because I was approaching it that way. And I thought math is always a good way to show data and, in a way, give an opinion on something without actually having opinions involved, right? The math is the math. And it's very possible I did that math wrong, but I don't think I did. If I did, let me know in the comments below. I always try to get the math right. I always like, I like knowing the numbers. I like doing the numbers. That's kind of my thing. Doesn't mean I always get it right. So if you saw something wrong in my math, which is very possible, let me know. But this is kind of the number you're looking at to complete an account as it stands. Now, again, you'll have to decide, use it for yourself, whether that's going to be for you or not. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Share with me your thoughts. Tell me why maybe I'm wrong and I should approach the game differently, because I would love to hear that. For the gameplay, except for a few tweaks that me and at least several other people that I've spoken with would like to see happen to the game, I think the game is phenomenal. They do an amazing job of the graphics, the gameplay. I'm surprised at how good the rares and epics are in the game. So all of those numbers I just gave you may not mean anything because the best team, you may not need all of the legendaries. Okay. But I think a lot of people, myself included, like playing these games because it's kind of, I never played Pokemon, but kind of like Pokemon, right? You got to catch them all. I want all of the champions. I want to have diversity. I want to be able to build lots of different teams, lots of different comps, especially as a content creator. If I get stuck with just, this small group of champions to choose from because summons are so inaccessible or so expensive, that doesn't really make it fun for me. Yes, can I make a comp that can grind out the whole game and probably do every area with what I have right now? Probably. It just required levels. It would just require me, spending a bunch of time at Goblin's Cave, and then once I have everything leveled up, then you move on to like the gear caves and stuff like that. So can you do it without all of that completion? Yes. I just don't know if I want to invest in a game where I'm only going to touch 10% of the game, 20% of the game. I want the champions. I want to be able to make different comps. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. I'm Belligerent. Peace.